Lauren had always been a controlling person, but after her son, Alex, got married to his beautiful wife, Maddie, she took it to a whole new level. She would constantly call Alex, questioning him about every little thing Maddie did, from cooking to cleaning. Maddie tried to brush it off, thinking Lauren just wanted the best for her son. But as time went on, Lauren's behavior became more and more overbearing. So far as to tell Maddie, her daughter-in-law, what to do and how to discipline their children. Alex was caught in the middle, trying to please both his mother and his wife. But no matter what he did, Lauren was never satisfied. She would guilt-trip him, saying he was abandoning her and not being a good son. Maddie felt like she was walking on eggshells, never knowing when Lauren, her mother-in-law, would blow up again. She began to feel like she was losing herself in the process, like she was just a puppet with Lauren pulling the strings. One day, Maddie had had enough. She sat Alex down and explained how she felt, telling him that something needed to change. Alex knew his mother's behavior was out of control, but he didn't know how to stop it. Lauren and Maddie's relationship continued to be tense. Lauren would often find fault in everything Maddie did, from cooking to parenting. She would criticize her in front of Alex, trying to make him take her side. Maddie tried to stay calm, but it was hard. She felt like Lauren, her mother-in-law, was trying to undermine her at every turn. The fights became more frequent, with Lauren accusing Maddie of not being a good enough wife or mother. Maddie couldn't hold her anger. She threw words to Lauren. Alex was left to deal with the aftermath. He tried to calm Maddie down, but she was shaken. She told him that she couldn't take it anymore, that Lauren's constant criticism and interference were affecting her mental health. Alex knew he had to do something. He sat down with Lauren, his mother, and explained how her behavior was affecting Maddie and their family. Lauren was defensive to herself. Maddie couldn't take it anymore. Her mother-in-law's constant criticism and interference had become too much to bear. She felt like she was walking on eggshells, never knowing when her mother-in-law would blow up again. One day, after a particularly heated argument, Maddie packed her bags and left. She went back to her father's house, feeling defeated and demoralized. Alex was devastated. He tried to reason with Maddie, his wife, but she was resolute. She told him that she needed space, that she couldn't take Lauren's toxic behavior anymore. Alex was caught in the middle, trying to navigate the complex web of relationships. He loved his mother, but he also loved his wife. He didn't know how to fix the situation. Maddie's father, a wise and kind man, took her in with open arms. He listened to her stories, offered her advice, and gave her the support she needed. Slowly but surely, Maddie began to heal. She realized that she didn't have to tolerate mother-in-law behavior, that she deserved better. She started to rebuild her confidence, to find herself again. Meanwhile, Alex and his mother, Lauren, were left to pick up the pieces. Alex tried to get his mother to see reason, to understand how her behavior had affected Maddie. Lauren, his mother, was resistant. Alex, my son, forget about Maddie, your so-called wife. Remember, you are a man, you can still marry as many wives as you want. Alex stood up in anger written all over him. Mother, do not allow me to coerce you. I have had enough of bad attitude towards my wife. I love you, and I equally love my wife too, so please don't push me to do something stupid, Alex said, and left in anger. Alex was at a loss. He didn't know how to fix the situation with Maddie and his mother. He felt like he was stuck in the middle, trying to please both women in his life. One day, he decided to seek advice from his friend John. John was a wise and level-headed guy, always willing to lend a listening ear. Alex poured out his heart to John, telling him everything that had happened. John listened attentively, nodding his head and making supportive noises. When Alex finished, John took a deep breath and offered his advice. Alex, you need to take a step back and look at the situation objectively. Your mother's behavior is toxic, and Maddie has every right to distance herself. You can't fix this by trying to please both women. You need to take a stand and set some boundaries, Alex nodded, taking in John's words. He knew his friend was right. He couldn't keep trying to please everyone else. He needed to take control of the situation. John continued, you need to have a calm and rational conversation with your mother. Explain to her how her behavior is affecting everyone, and set some clear boundaries. And as for Maddie, you need to give her space and time. Let her know that you're committed to making things right, but don't pressure her. Alex leaned in, eager for his friend's advice. You need to get a new apartment, one that's just for you, Maddie, and the kids. Start fresh, you know? Leave the past behind and create a new life together. Alex thought about it for a moment. It made sense. His current place was filled with memories of his mother's constant interference. I like that idea, Alex said, a weight lifting off his shoulders. But what about Mom? She'll be upset if I move out, John shrugged. That's not your problem, Alex. You need to prioritize your own family now. You, Maddie, and the kids deserve a happy life together, without your mom's drama. Trust me, it's the best decision you'll ever make, Alex nodded, feeling a sense of determination wash over him. He would do it. He would create a new life with Maddie and the kids, one that was free from his mother's toxic behavior. Thanks, John, Alex said, clapping his friend on the back. You're a lifesaver, John grinned. Anytime, buddy. Now go make it happen. Alex took a deep breath and sat down with his mother, Lauren, again. He knew this conversation wouldn't be easy, but he was determined to follow through with his plans. Mom, I need to talk to you about something, Alex said, his voice firm but respectful. Lauren looked up from her book, a hint of curiosity in her eyes. What is it, dear? I'm bringing Maddie back home, Alex said, his words direct. And we're moving into a new apartment. Lauren's expression turned cold, her eyes narrowing. What? You can't be serious, Alex. This is your home, your family's home. You can't just leave me like this, Alex held his ground. I'm not leaving you, Mom. I'm starting a new life with my wife and children. We need our own space, our own home. It's time for me to take responsibility for my own family. Lauren's face reddened with anger. You're making a huge mistake, Alex. Maddie will never be good enough for you. And what about me? Who will take care of me? Alex felt a pang of guilt, but he pushed it aside. He knew he was doing the right thing. Mom, you're capable of taking care of yourself. And I'll always be here for you, no matter what. But I need to prioritize my own family now, Lauren huffed, crossing her arms. Fine, do what you want. But don't come crying to me when it all falls apart. Alex stood up, his heart heavy, but his resolve firm. I won't, Mom. I'm doing this for my family's happiness. Alex stood nervously outside Maddie's parents' house, taking a deep breath before knocking on the door. When Maddie answered, he could see the hurt and anger still lingering in her eyes. Hey, Alex said softly, can I talk to you for a minute? Maddie hesitated, then stepped aside, allowing Alex to enter. Dad, I need to talk to Alex alone, Maddie said, leading Alex to the living room. Once they were alone, Alex poured out his heart, pleading with Maddie to come back home. I know I messed up, Maddie. I was blind to my mom's behavior, and I didn't protect you like I should have. But I promised to make it right. I've gotten a new apartment, just for us and the kids. We can start fresh. Away from my mom's drama, Maddie listened, her expression unreadable. When are you moving in? She asked finally. Next weekend, Alex replied. I've already signed the lease. It's a beautiful place, Maddie. You'll love it. And I promise, no more interference from my mom. We'll have our own space, our own life. Maddie looked away, tears welling up in her eyes. Alex could see the longing in her gaze, the desire to believe him. I want to believe you, Alex, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. But I need time to think. Can you give me that? Alex nodded, relief washing over him. Of course, Maddie. Take all the time you need. I'll be waiting, patiently, Maddie nodded. A small smile on her lips. Okay, Alex left Maddie's parents' house with a glimmer of hope, knowing he still had a chance to make things right. Days turned into weeks, and Alex waited patiently for Maddie's response. He had moved into the new apartment, making it a warm and welcoming home for his family. Finally, the day arrived when Maddie came to visit the new apartment. As she walked in, her eyes widened in surprise. The place was beautiful, with a big backyard for the kids to play in. Alex, it's lovely, Maddie said, her voice filled with emotion. Alex smiled, relief washing over him. I'm so glad you like it. I did it all for you and the kids. Maddie looked at him, her eyes searching. I've been thinking a lot, Alex. I want to try again. I want to work on our marriage and make it stronger. Alex's heart soared. Really? He asked, hardly daring to believe it. Maddie nodded. Yes. I love you, Alex. I want to make this work. Alex swept Maddie into his arms, holding her tightly. I love you too, Maddie. I promise to always prioritize you and the kids from now on. And so, Maddie and the kids moved into the new apartment with Alex. They started fresh, leaving the drama with Lauren behind. Lauren was heartbroken when she realized she was being left behind. She had never intended to lose her son and grandchildren. But she had pushed them away with her toxic behavior. As Alex and Maddie worked on rebuilding their marriage, they made sure to set boundaries with Lauren. They would visit her occasionally, but they wouldn't let her interfere in their lives again.